New Police Minister Senzo Mchunu is expected to visit the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro today. Mchunu's visit puts the spotlight on Val's estate in Motherwell, one of the communities besieged by high crime rates in the Metro. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema joins us live from Motherwell in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. Sipha, all weekend we've been talking about kidnappings, high levels of crime, and now the new Police Minister has come to the party.
Well, as expected, Hugo, I can confirm that the minister has arrived indeed in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, and right behind these doors there behind me, he's actually receiving a briefing from the various station commanders within the Nelson Mandela Bay, but also getting a provincial briefing on the crime stats and how crime is looking like in the Eastern Cape. As you mentioned, that this area, Motherwell, but also the Nelson Mandela Bay itself, is actually one of those with the highest contributing numbers of crime to the crime stats nationally. But to tell us more about the minister's visit here today, we do have Athlenda Mate, SAP's spokesperson. Athlenda, thank you so much for giving us your time. I think let's touch on the most important things, you know, why the minister is here, but what exactly is he getting in that briefing?
Well, a very good morning and thank you for the opportunity. I think since his appointment, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, the minister has been receiving a lot of complaints coming from the Nelson Mandela Bay district on the high levels of gang violence, the number of firearms that are in circulation. So he took it upon himself to say, let me mobilize the national leadership of the SAPS and let us descend to Nelson Mandela Bay and engage with, firstly, the provincial management, get an overview of the crime picture, and then also invite the station commanders to come and discuss what are the problematic crimes in each station. But most importantly, at a national level, how do we then come in and assist the province? So we are looking at a number of things. We know in the past year, in the province of the Eastern Cape, through our operations, the vehicle checkpoints, tracing operations, we have been able to arrest more than 63,000 suspects for various crimes, ranging from murder to rape and so on. And with the firearms, we've managed to confiscate more than 1,900 firearms. But also, when you look at that and you compare it to the Nelson Mandela Bay district, only in a period of 6 months, January to June, this year alone, we collected 291 firearms in this district alone. So that tells you firearms in circulation is a problem. Firearms are the most preferred weapons that are utilized during crime. So basically what the minister wants, he wants to get a sense of what are the challenges, how do we then ensure that we capacitate the Eastern Cape, how do we then assist from a national level with resources so that we can put an end to the gang violence in the Nelson Mandela Bay district.
Thank you so much, Athlenda. As you heard, Hugo, for Athlenda, the minister really has his hands full with just the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro itself. But of course, this is not the only problematic district in the province. We also see our Tambo district there, whereby Yomtata has been also a bit of a problem for the Eastern Cape when it comes to the crime stats. I know just before the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro overtook that district, we saw the highest number of rapes coming from that district, looking at districts like Alfred and Nzo, with Lusikisiki coming in as one of the capitals of rape. So the minister is trying to look into those issues that are affecting the Eastern Cape, but also seeing how are these strategies that were being used before, how exactly have they been working? Are they working? Do we need to go back to the drawing board? That's exactly why he's here today, to get that information so that he could start, get the ball rolling with the strategies within the Eastern Cape. Hugo.
Sipha Kema, appreciate your time coming to us from the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, where the police minister is in the province, is in town to establish some of the challenges that members of that community are having.